So we will use a private progress dialog 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 equals to new progress dialog. This now dialog dot set indeterminate true that, and dialog dot set cancelable false. That means that this dialog cannot be cancelled while it is running, and it is indeterminate. We don't know how long it will run, so it is indeterminate. And the last thing is the message on the dialog dot set message loading, please wait. Now when we want to show this dialog, we have one more method. We have actually two more methods here in the async task, maybe three. So there is one more method named as on pre-execute. This method gets called before executing the on do in background. So this async task has a total of 6 methods, a total of 5 methods actually. On pre-execute, do in background, on progress update, on post execute, and the last is on cancelled. On cancelled has 2 different implementations depending upon the result. So on pre-execute runs on UI thread, and here you can access your dialog and display. And after you are done in the on post execute, no matter whether your data is empty or whatever, you have to close the dialog. So dialog dot dismiss here. And now let's run our project once again to see how it looks like this time. So we have added one dialog here which will display until the list is being downloaded from the internet, and when it is done it will close itself. And after that the adapter will start displaying its data. So let me just run it once again. So now if I click on the refresh button, you see loading, please wait. Now it is loaded and you can see the list. The complete list is here. Okay, the last thing but not the least, what is GSON? So you remember guys, here we have done so much work, right? We have to figure out what our object is, what is JSON array, what is this, what is that. Okay, we have to figure out a lot of things so that we can properly parse JSON. Now GSON is from Google. It's a third-party library. It's a library from Google which can convert your model, which can convert your JSON into the model directly. So that is why we created the model here. That is why we took the pain of creating this thing here, so that we can use JSON easily. And what this JSON will do, however, no matter how complex your JSON is, it will convert your JSON very easily into a proper object. So let me just get the Gradle dependency of this JSON. So no, I don't want to do that. Build.gradle. And what is the dependency for JSON? Let's search JSON Gradle dependency. So we will add the dependency here, and then we will sync the project. It will add the JSON library in our code, and after that we will be able to make use of that, right? So this is maybe Maven repository. Okay, here's the Gradle, but this is not the latest version of JSON, so we will be downloading the 2.3.1, and we can actually use the link from here. Copy, open your Gradle, write compile, and what is the latest version? 2.3.1. So we will write 2.3.1 and then we will sync. parsing completed successfully. Now let's go back to the main activity. So the parent object should be there, the parent array should be there. Instead of doing this thing again and again, or writing this piece of code, what we can do, we can comment this and we can use JSON here. We will need the movie model. So here I need GSON. GSON equals to new GSON and JSON dot from JSON. Here you will pass the element, that is final object, and what is our movie model dot class. Final object dot system. So we don't need this code, and this will convert. Actually, this JSON will write this code for you, and you must be like, whoa, so why we were writing this piece of code, right? This was so easy and you were teaching us like God knows what. So yeah, this JSON will actually help you out and will remove the pain of writing so much complex code of parsing the JSON. It will parse the JSON for you. But the requirement is that your model should be exactly the same, or at least should have. You must write the names properly so that you can convert this JSON that you are getting into a proper object. So now let's run this, see what happens. I don't know, maybe it will work directly. So now we are running the project once again. That means if this runs perfectly, then our JSON works. JSON works. Running it once again. Okay, let me just connect the device once again. Okay, it is connected. Now let's run. Let's see if it works. No, it didn't. What is the error? Something wrong we had done. Movie model is dot add model. Final object array dot get JSON object. This is our object. We convert it to string. Seems pretty fine to me. Let's see what is the problem here. Attempt to invoke interface on a null object reference. So we have a null object here. What is the null object? Okay, so the cast, we are not getting the casts. Okay, let's debug this code. Let's see what is the problem with this code. Either we are getting the code correctly or not. So let me just run it. You can attach a debugger to your code. So attach a debugger here. And here, where are you making the request? Where you are making the request. So in a for loop, it will be converting that for you. So let's hit it once again. Loading. Step over. Okay, so let's see what do we have in our movie model. Okay, we get the cast list as null, otherwise we get all the other data. So jobs, links, ratings, everything is there. Just the cast list is null. So why does this cast list is null? Okay, because we have named it cast list, right? There is nothing called cast list in our JSON. It is cast. So that is why this problem is there. So what we can do here, we can rename it, or we can do another thing that is called serialized name. So at serialized name, and serialized name is cost. So now this variable cast list has a serialized name of cost that is in our JSON here. So now let's run it once again. First we have to resume the previous one. So debug, run it, oops, run it, crash. Now let's rerun. Just a second, almost done. Okay, so loading. Okay, so now if I run, refreshing, loading, please wait. I hope this time we will not get the exception because the casting will be done properly. The parsing of GSON will be done properly, and that's it. So you get the cast here. Now you can see lower damage here, this event, character, duration, new events, the name, and everything is fine. Everything is working fine here. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to share this project with everyone. So I will upload this project on GitHub. So I can do that from the Android studio itself.